Good afternoon and welcome to the Real Estate Walk and Talk. Today's question is, how can I get started in private lending if I only have $10,000? And if you have questions like this, I'm here to answer them here. You can put comments in, or you can join me on the show that I do every Tuesday and Thursday at 12:30. It's the Not Your Average Investor Show at jwbshow.com. Go there and register. So how do I get started in private lending if I only have $10,000 to invest? Well, as with most potential obstacles in investments, finding the money is usually the easiest obstacle to overcome. So here's what you can do. If you hear of a private lending opportunity, let's say this private lending opportunity is one where you would make a loan to a real estate developer and they will pay you 10% interest for your money, which they are borrowing, but they need a minimum loan amount of $50,000. All right, you've only got 10. So what do? Do you give up? Do you go put your money back in the bank and earn 0.01% interest? No, you don't do that. Here's what you can do. This is something that I did early on, and I still do this to partner with family members who have smaller loan amounts. So here's what you can do. Many people aren't aware of this, but you can actually partner to create a private loan investment. You can find family members, friends, colleagues who are like-minded, who would rather earn something like 10% interest than 0.01% interest, and you can partner up. And when I say partner up, I mean that you're actually putting your money on the same private loan, and you each would own a percentage of the mortgage. All right, so here's how it would work out. Let's say that minimum loan required, and welcome to everybody who's walking with me here. I see we've got Caitlin Kitchen on my team walking with me here. Aaron Compton, good to see you guys. We're talking about how you can get started private lending if you only have $10,000 to invest. All right, so you can actually partner up with other like-minded individuals, friends, family members, colleagues, and when you partner up on a private loan, you actually own a percentage of the mortgage. All right, so here's how it would work. If you needed to raise $50,000 to do this private loan, you have $10,000. Well, you bring your $10,000 and you would own 20% of the mortgage. You also talk to your dad, and your dad's interested in this as well, but he just hasn't done it yet, right? Well, now he can partner up with you on this, and he brings $30,000. So now he owns 60% of the mortgage. And then you talk to your best friend. And your best friend's been kind of curious too. You've been talking about it. So your best friend has $10,000 to invest as well. So now you've hit this $50,000 threshold. Your best friend putting that last $10,000 in now means they own 20% of the mortgage here. So by owning a percentage of the mortgage, what that means is that that interest that you earn, your return on your investment, is then paid out according to the percentages of ownership. All right? So if you feel like you don't have enough money to get started, don't buy into that. That's the easiest obstacle to overcome. All right? This is exactly what I did early on, right? Especially back in 2006 when I started to do this, right? I didn't have any money, right? I had great ideas. and so I would go to my family members. And, in the beginning, they had never done private lending before, but I said, here's how we're going to do this. And I would bring something like $10,000 and they would bring something like $30,000 and they would bring my dad, my uncle, other folks in my family, and we would partner up. And it became this team sport for them. They got to get their feet wet in private lending, and they knew that my money was invested as well. So they weren't worried about, me not having skin in the game, right? And it was a great way for them to learn how private lending works. And it was just fun. It became a fun way to connect with friends and family members as well. So it's a great way to get started. Welcome to everybody who's walking with me here. I can see we've got Mike Wagner, a good buddy of mine, Ernie McKinney, Jade Skidmore's watching. I appreciate you guys being here. We're talking about how you can get started in private lending if you only have a super small amount, right? Many people feel like you need to have tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars to get started in private lending, and you don't. What you can do is partner up and each own a percentage of the mortgage. And that's a way that you can get started here. So your returns are paid out on a percentage basis when you do it this way. So hopefully this gives you guys a little bit of an idea on how to get started. And if you have additional questions, I'm here to answer them. Drop them in the comments. Or join me on the show. I'm going to be doing the show here in about 15 minutes. I'm going to jump on here with Pablo. We're going to get fired up. You can register for the show at jwbshow.com, or if you're in the Facebook group, it will be live broadcasting there in about 15 minutes. I'll catch you guys there. Thank you guys. See you. Bye.